Pastry. So what the hell's a pastry?
It's a stout styled after pastries like cinnamon rolls, Snickers bars.
How'd you get so damn bougie?
Like
you fancy.
I'm sorry.
You're in it.
Dude, I just put up my privilege on.
You did. You
I
fancy.
apologize.
You fancy now. Look at you. Who are you? Who this? Fancy.
Okay, I don't know how things are in Japan, Tony, but that's how it is here now.
Really?
There's nobody drinks Budweiser anymore.
No,
Everybody drinks like
Y'all some bougie ass Texans now.
Something that they make like 1,200 bottles a year of.
Actually, you know what? But it's been like, to tell the truth, to be honest, like when I first got here, I think like in 07 or 08, like the craft stuff was really big. But then it goes out to like things like whiskey and soju and all that other stuff too. So but I've been locked up so long and not going out and doing stuff, I forgot what that's like. So I'm all like, oh yeah.
This one was a stout beer bourbon kind of blend.
Ooh.
And it was just really good. The guys I was with knew much more about alcohol in general than I did. They said, hey, they've really done this. You don't get overpowered by the alcohol. They did a really good blend, which means this is dangerous stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the thing about stuff right now. Like it's delicious. It tastes good. And it will fuck you up if you're not careful. Because you're like, ooh, this is nice. And then you're like, this is nice. You know what I mean? So
there's not even any alcohol in this.
Like wine coolers when we were growing up.
Oh my god.
Four Loko effect.
Let me tell you.
Four Loko, yes.
Four Loko. Man. Yeah. Oh my god. We used to, like, I think back at what was out there, you know, like, cause you know, I wasn't really into drinking it or anything like that when we were really young. We did more like when we were like,
we didn't really do anything.
We started drinking after it was legal. Like you're supposed to, I guess. But
well, that's why, honestly, that's why my mom let me hang out with you guys all the time. Like, other people, it's like
pack of nerds.
So like my brother was into rock and roll stuff.
Yes.
She like wondered where he was going every night when he was a teenager.
Brother?
But me,
Tim has a brother.
Technically, yes.
Yeah. In theory, he does. Hey, I have one of those.
Body emerged from my mother. Yes. At some point, but
Another body emerged.
we don't talk about him. It's like anyway, but anyway, but like by the time I got like when I was in high school and I was hanging out with you guys, like after the first time y'all came over and she saw
like, look at these sad sacks.
It's like, hey, I'm going to John's for the weekend to play games. All right.
Yeah, because they're definitely not doing anything bad.
They'll be back Sunday night.
But I always tell people that
school.
If you went to John's house for the weekend, you might come back with lung cancer, but you wouldn't.
True, you might need a new lung.
You wouldn't be high.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Holy shit! I forgot. Oh my god! It's like, well, let's just jump into a chimney for a couple days and come back.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that was a
you don't know
smoker
the
house, man.
His mom was on oxygen. Oh, you don't know that.
Yeah.
His
Oh
mom
my
was on
god.
oxygen and
Yes.
she would pull her nasal cannula out to
Yes.
take to have a cigarette.
Yo.
Oh, I thought you said say
She was
some
done.
danger of him blowing her up or something.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
I was
technically.
always so scared she was gonna blow up the whole body.
No, fortunately, I didn't know enough about chemistry to realize that was a problem.
Yeah.
As far as I was concerned, I just thought it was a ironic health.
Yeah. It's like
not a blow up all your neighbors.
right. It's just that's not healthy. But
Yeah, John's here.
but it's not a chance to die from it from explosions. That's hilarious. Oh my god. No, but it's funny that I always tell people
Get you the explosion, Will.
like how lucky we were to have our group because we stayed out of trouble. We kept and we did stuff that was creative, and it was just like a weird. We escaped so much possible crazy shit. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Crazy stuff? What are you talking about?
All right, I mean, besides the gunfire and whatnot, but like I'm just saying, like having this group really, I realized what a blessing it was. Yeah, I mean, it was really a blessing just to go through it. So, yeah. But now I'm into Star Trek and I play D&D and I'm a crusty ass dude. I should be.
There's John again.
Oh, John's here. Oh, sorry, I didn't.
He's just been having trouble connecting.
Third time's the charm.
Okay. Well, tell you what. Shall we just start get it rolling? Like with the pre-talk of what we were doing while we're getting John online? What do you think?
Trying to speak to us, but
Ooh, maybe his audio.
I think I hear something. Everybody be quiet except John. John, say something.
Use your words.
Use your words.
Very quiet.
Get in the same room with the microphone. It helps.
All right, well, keep working on it. We're not getting you.
Use your vocal cords. Exhale. It's like a song, but with words. Oh my god. He'll get online. I believe in him. He's a smart guy.
You know, guys, the thing is, I love this adventure that we're in, and yet I have these other adventures that I really want you to go through.
Hey, we could rotate. We could rotate.
Just roll it all in.
The problem is there's one other one that I really want you to do, but it's not like it's a
long one too.
Like one shot or a short campaign. It's another pretty long one.
We'll just have to play more in D&D. That's how it works.
Right, but we keep playing these like 3-hour sessions.
I know. We just need to do 10-hour sessions
that take 3 times.
Yeah, well, there's that too.
That's not a one.
That's not a one shot. That is not a one shot.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh yes, yes,
there we go.
Yes. What happened? What was it? Was it muted or something?
No, I don't know. Yeah, I've got I got a bunch of different mics and headsets, so I had to figure out which one it wanted to use.
It is all good. Good.
Oh my god.
Yes.
The group is back.
Yes. Let us. We have formed a quorum.
So, to catch all up from last time, this was just last week. That was great. Okay, so you guys, you keep having this rest problem, which
yes,
we do.
Yes.
For some reason, every time you try to, that something keeps interrupting. This last time you managed a short rest, but you were also trying to accomplish some other things, and I think you actually did keep the ones focused on that while other people fought them off. Anyway, the thing is, y'all have gone north. You're headed toward Nagora, which is both a really sharp peaked mountain, as well as from what you have learned from people, as well as the name of a city underneath that mountain. And then you're going across these this strange sort of plains, rolling plains sort of thing with weird wiggly vegetation in it. But you've also come across this place where the vegetation grew up straight and tall and high all around and surrounded this pond. And so far, first Rollo checked it out and looked at it, took a look around. I think Scusa came with you during that one, and then everything looked normal. It's a beautiful sea glass pond. Everything it reminded you more of both an ethereal, like really special, surreal place, as well as it reminded more of home than this whole weird place that you're in, Prabu. So you went away, and the next time then Two Shadows came back because he heard about this pond and was thinking he would fling himself into it and dive down. And he went, and this time Rollo was backing him up with and then Rollo, did you find? No, you didn't.
You said the magic word.
But something, as he disturbed the water, then this face came and spoke to him, and eventually, even though there was an illusion that a bunch of illusionary stuff, I won't go into the details of that. Then she blew on the water from her side and made Rollo's illusion disappear, which really freaked Two Shadows out.
I remember.
And ran. And so y'all have started heading north at this point.
So the lady in the pond.
Yes.
Was she literally Hextor? She was the person? Or was she aligned with Hextor? Wasn't there some Hextor name dropping going on there?
Yeah, who are you asking at this point? Two Shadows? Can you remember?
Oh no, I was asking for the recap. But if we didn't, well, I mean, if you could recap that part, because my brain doesn't remember it. Did I not ever? Was I not told that before?
Well,
I don't.
No, so you were told that.
Okay.
The reason I'm hesitating is because part of the role play here and what you decide to do is based on what Two Shadows chooses to tell you.
us. That's right.
Okay.
But I do want to be able to recognize that a week has passed, and so Nat may not have all the details in his memory.
I recall nothing.
None of us do.
But it's
We
also,
wiped drives. We burned the books.
It's also a question of what you want Two Shadows to say, because for instance, you were not giving Rollo any chance of any.
That's right. You just picked him up.
You did not have the choice to stay, according to Two Shadows.
Did not.
And so, if you choose to share with the rest of the group what was said, that's up to you. But based on what you think Two Shadows would do here, but
Gotcha. I think after switching from flight mode from his reptile brain, I think he would share the information.
Okay.
And afterwards, he'd be like, "I may have acted rashly."
Well, so there were two encounters, right? So the first one, Two Shadows went in as himself, and that's when the first time that you saw this woman and these voices of others, but this woman came to the forefront. And then the second time you went in disguise, and with your voice as well as your look to be like one of the, I can't remember who you were imitating.
Just a half elf named Willem.
Yeah.
Defoe?
Somebody who would look like maybe, and you were telling a story about being one of the people on her side who was lost.
Yes.
And she had said something about the first time, in the name of Hextor, who the hell are you? Or get the hell out of here, or whatever like that. And so that was the mention of Hextor there.
So she's not Hextor. She name dropped Hextor.
She name dropped Hextor.
But our group remembered that name from back before we got into Pravu.
Right.
Correct.
And Hextor, did we meet Hextor before?
I don't think.
Oh
we did.
no.
Hextor back on the other side.
A powerful god.
I was about to say Hextor.
Not a person. Okay.
Right.
Like the cult we were kind of pursuing was a cult of Hextor.
Okay.
You, in the telling of the story, at one point, though, you hear Two Shadows is talking about relaying this. This is the second time when he's pretending to be this one of the people who is kind of lost in this land and trying to get back and trying to get her help to come back. And she says these words, if you knew your mistress well, then you would know better than to ask for my help. And so...
Are we meant to understand that Hextor is the mistress in that sentence? Is it a goddess, or...?
No, it's the male god. But let's see, at that point I had Rollo roll. Let me see, who else is here? So Aya and yes, and Govna.
Yes. Or what?
Yes.
What would you like?
You two need to roll an insight.
Insight.
check.
Okay. Hold on. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very faintly, but yes.
You're very quiet.
You sound like you're across the room.
Yeah. You sounded better before.
How's this? Is that better?
Okay,
That's
never mind.
better.
I don't need to roll.
All right.
Aya is.
I'll just remind you that I did use the mind ring to just kind of make sure. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh right.
Right,
You were
that's
I was
true.
above
Yeah.
board.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so the governor doesn't catch anything, but something rings Aya when you hear him use that phrase, and you're like, okay, the word mistress, it's a common, master mistress kind of phrase, but you spent an awful lot of time, your party, before in the pre-apocalyptic days when you were in Lantaran, the city, and so this would have been months ago. But you spent a lot of time hearing about a mistress, and who was the one in charge, supposedly. Like you'd find a letter upon occasion signed by the mistress, and in fact, when if you look, in fact, I think, let me see if I'm right about this. You look in your handouts section. There's a note nailed to the chest of Mouth Breather.
Ooh.
Oh no, this one just says J. Okay. Well,
is that her other nickname, J?
J.
Well, that was when you had the showdown with the mistress, but that was also turned out to be Jade, who was the druid who was originally traveling with you, and then she was the one who killed Skuza the first time. So, so the mistress and Jade were the same person. You had a boss fight with her. She was wound up doing this crazy ritual that both seemed to grant her power, as well as putting those of you who were in that fight to sleep for about 3 months.
God.
Yeah, that's what you can read that note again if you want to and see her talking about it. And she had apparently gone by the title, the Mistress, during all that time. Now, you don't know, hearing that word, like anybody could say, if you knew your mistress, could have been anybody. But you know, A, that Jade went by that title, and B, you know what Jade looks like as well. Yeah. Two Shadows does not, however.
So what you are telling me is that you withheld important information from this heist. You're out of the gang. I can't have you on this crew.
No.
Yes, could have been.
Too funny. Well, what shall we do?
A lot of stuff happened on the other side of the portal there, Two Shadows. We're not holding anything back. We'll tell you whatever you want to know.
Mistakes were made.
Not purposeful.
And he turns around and just walks away. starts sharpening one of the demon horns into like a dart. And
the lizard's got feelings.
Grumbling to himself.
You hear sad Hulk music in the background.
I just don't understand why you can't just share information when it's necessary. I just don't understand.
Hey, by the way, let me have that glamour weave cape back while we're on the coming out of here.
What's that? You want something back? That could be important for the future. Interesting.
Dear God.
Exactly.
I take it off and throw it at you.
Dude.
I'm on say, please.
I tried to help you.
Anyway.
Oh my
God.
Yes.
So this encounter is over with the pond lady, right? And where does that leave us? Are we marching off to
Wait, so he said wait, did you tell us that you saw the lady mention the mistress?
Yes. And Rollo heard it, but and you rolled an insight check regarding it, but it didn't catch in your mind at the time. And it's only when Aya goes, wait, did she call herself a mistress? That's when Rollo goes, oh.
Okay. So here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to do a minor illusion, and I want to try to show him a picture of Jade. Be like, is this the person you saw? Did you see this woman anywhere when you were?
Ooh, big break.
Okay.
So Two Shadows, you see, so you see this like incorporeal head of a person. It's been
disgusting.
So
put my hand through it.
You see this. You see this blonde elven woman in front of you, which of course you did see. You don't. And go ahead and let's see how well this comes off. Let's see. Do a performance check for me, if you would, Rollo.
See how good an artist I am.
Exactly.
It's a stick figure.
Exactly.
Yeah, not bad.
All right, and then then Two Shadows, if you would roll an insight check on this.
Insight. I'm good at this.
Famous last words.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it didn't send. Oh, you know why it didn't send? Because I'm not actually in the game right now. I had it open. It's just when I looked at it, it didn't do it.
There you go.
All right. Here we go. All right. I'm gonna refresh the page first before I do anything. Oh shoot! Maybe I should actually turn on all my freaking. Hold on. I turned off Beyond 20.
Oh my
That's
god.
why.
Come on.
Hey, look! Everybody just calm.
Oh
everybody
my
just calm.
god.
Everybody just calm.
Oh
Everybody just calm down.
my god.
Everybody just calm down.
Bruh.
Everybody
Click the
just
button that's shaped like a die.
Calm your tits.
Right. And
Calm your
you
tits.
click. You don't double click. You click
No.
once. You just what you do is you use your index finger and press the.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's right.
Are you
Okay,
happy
good.
now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So listen, Two Shadows, you're looking at this, and everybody can tell that this is, it's not exact features. They're kind of muted because he's going off of a long memory now.
Police sketch artist drawing.
Right, exactly.
Oh my god.
But you're about 75% sure that this is the same person that you saw.
Oh.
Especially when you remember what she looked like when she was angry, because that is the last image that Rollo had of her when he was battling her, and so you have this angry face looking back at you that you're like, this is that could definitely be her.
I turned to them and say, I'm 70% sure. Exactly.
Thank you. Exactly. 71.3% sure.
So this is 70 rounded up from the
Oh my
100th
God.
place.
Yes.
For
Ooh.
posterity.
We gotta hydrate everybody. We gotta hydrate in the chat. If you
Take a
got
drink,
some.
everyone.
Hydrating. Okay,
Oh,
some more
Yeah, me
wine.
too. Me too. I don't want to empty this whole thing right now,
I know.
everybody.
I'm gonna hydrate right now. Hold up.
So, what can we draw from this? I mean, this lady that was giving us a headache on the other side is now looking through ponds at us on this side.
So-
I just look at Two Shadows like, you took me away from her.
Oh my god. Wait, so if we jump in the
What?
pond, will we go the other side? Get back home?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. We just all swim our way back home and this thing's over.
I know, right?
The small one is staring at me. Why is it doing this? Dead one, dead loving one. You, the small one,
oh. It's like
I think that's you.
which
the
what?
small one. Why?
Wait.
Why? It's the small one. Why is
Rollo?
it staring at me?
Oh.
The Rollo one.
Yes.
Ah, yes, Rollo.
Does anybody else understand what's going on with Tim? Like in reality, like do the other characters know
Is he
what's
tripping
going
balls?
on with him?
Well, he said specifically you took me away from her.
Oh,
I know.
God.
Oh, I heard. I just.
Can we do an
Here is-
insight
would-
check?
No.
Can we do
Why
like
he
a
would act like that?
yeah? Is this an insight check sort of situation, or is it like, yo, you tripping, buddy?
I mean,
It's
guys-
pretty clear what he's angry about. I'm just playing up the fact that he's very angry at me.
Oh, I'm so confused.
Yes.
He's just an
Well,
angry boy. It's okay.
well, you guys went through the same stuff, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some of us.
surprised you're
I
not
think I
upset.
was in there or out, and I don't really remember that.
You were.
So,
That's true.
Yeah, I remember. I
Um,
forget myself. It's been
So-
literally years.
It has been years for us. It's true.
Not even like a couple years, multiple years.
wow.
Only been a couple weeks for Rollo, okay?
I know, right?
Well, longer than that because you were unconscious for
Sure,
3 months.
unconscious
but-
for 3 months.
yeah.
She. Okay. So,
So there's that.
okay. Cool. Let's.
What would y'all
let's
like
go.
to do?
So
What I
is the
said to-
pond safe? I mean, he just ran out of there, but like she wasn't casting spells through the pond at him or anything, right?
Good point.
What, is that right? Two shadows? Is the pond safe?
She dispelled a spell. I don't know.
I mean, she
I-
didn't hit you with anything. She just got mean.
He,
Yeah.
Mm.
he was as he told the story before. She dispelled the illusion that Rollo had cast from the other side of the pond.
Did you? So, quick question: when she did that dispelling of the head behind me, did my disguise self spell also dissipate?
No.
So he still looks like Willem.
Well, I don't know if he still does, but he did when he left. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, good to know.
I think we should all try and sleep again.
I agree.
Now, I did tell you at the end of last time that you had enough time that now you think that if you pushed on, that you could probably make it to the outskirts of Nagora by nightfall again, or you could you are now prepared to take a long rest as well, just knowing that it'll be nightfall by the time your long rest is over.
I say we go through.
Yeah.
I got a quick overhead item here. So, Mark, I guess we had a big fight at night, and then this became morning, and now we're trying to make it to the city before night falls again. Is that right? Because we fought them in the middle of the night when people couldn't see in the dark, right?
The last I heard from you all was that was part of the reasoning you were thinking, was that like being outdoors at nighttime is not dangerous for you.
Right. Oh, I'm just trying to get clarification on how many night cycles have happened, because I spent 3 charges of Ring of the Ram on that guy in that fight, and it recharges at dawn.
It does.
Right. So I wanted to make sure I don't overlook that.
Yes, so it would be charged now.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Good. That's right. That doesn't require a rest. That's just the next day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or not even next day, just at dawn, because he used it at night, and then when the sun rose, then it was fun.
And I know that my my Witchblade too is similar. So
that's right.
Okay, so I mean, do we really want to rest here in the clearing, or should we push on to get to Nagora before nightfall?
Nat and I say push on. What do you guys say?
Yeah,
everybody.
I mean, that was the original plan before we looked at the water.
Yeah, good
so I'm good with that.
All right. Yeah, let's keep going.
Cool. All right. Let's take a look and see what happens next, real quick.
Yes. Survey says.
Okay.
Dad.
All right. So you go on like you were before. You assume if you'd like to, then before also Rollo was going out in front a little bit, although he was not inclined to make Two Shadows put him down. Actually, it's like fine, if he's going to take me out of there, he'll carry me for as long as I want him to. Anyway. Keeping an eye out, scouting around, you see off in the distance at different times what seem like different wild beast packs, things like that. But you assuming you're not going toward any of them, you were correct in that that you have gotten to the place where the land starts to slope upward for Nagora, and about that time, then you start to see the light around you going dim. Now, when I say it slopes upward, normally, you get foothills and stuff like that in your land. Here, you get like a slope for maybe half a mile, and then it just shoots up straight into the air.
We got to get out of here. This place sucks. So that's, like, for real.
The Nagora, it looked like it was a silhouette kind of peak from a distance, but you notice also now that the ground starts to go from the vegetation goes away, and it starts to become this kind of this dark rock that starts out gray, and then as it goes up into the air is just this almost consuming all light jet black. So it wasn't a silhouette that you were seeing, it was just, it really was a black peak that went into the air. That's all you know for right now, is that you're at this mountain at this point. And you also know that once it starts getting dark, then you have about a half hour before it's pitch black. in Pravu. So
I have a question really fast. So, okay, like how does actually it kind of goes towards Tim and his continual light spell. It seems like you have a thing that'll always like you can like cast it on things and it'll always have light coming out of it, correct?
Yes.
It seems that we keep running into these dark situations. So I'm thinking during our downtime, we gotta,
right now. Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like we make some things like that because nighttime kicks our ass, bad. So, and this place sucks, and I don't see us getting out of here anytime soon. So
let's see. What did I use? I used
because I'm thinking if we have any sort of extended stay at a place for like a day or so, just like see what we can do to load out stuff just to light up an area if we have to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just a thought.
What did I use?
Well, you did use dancing lights during the last fight.
No, to do
You did it to a knife, right?
The
or something.
skeleton.
Well, he had the dagger already.
Knife. I had the dagger. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you did it to Greg's face.
What did I do? Dancing
Right.
lights.
It was a continual light was what you were talking about.
How come I don't see this on my spells?
I don't know. Do you actually have it, or do you just think you did?
Let us find
Single
out.
use spell.
All spells. Did I switch it maybe when I leveled?
Oh, that's possible.
That is
I
dope.
have switched it. Let me see. Hold on a second. How many spells am I supposed to have?
I think you said I was level 7, right? Yeah. I tried.
Let's see. I'm level 3, right? Yeah, 3.
Yeah, but you see where I'm getting at. Like, if we can get some sort of thing to help us in these situations, I think it'll really help because you guys keep sneaking up on us and fucking up our shit. Pardon my French.
Third level.
Yeah. Well, we can keep going. We can keep going.
Trips for go ahead. 4 first.
But it's just a thought of something we can do while we're in transit.
Right, so we've come up on the spire,
first level spells.
right?
What the heck are
Yes.
my spells?
and it's like shooting up into the sky like a space elevator.
Correct.
But we're not. Are we seeing any kind of sign of this little town or inhabitants around here as we're getting closer?
You don't see any sign, no. But from
We were
what you see,
told
what you were told is that it's like it's under, yeah. So
we need to look for some sign of how do we get down, how do we descend in this area? Is there any kind of indication, any paths or stairs or anything that looks?
Yes,
like
magical stairs.
You don't see anything right away. Hang on, because the light. Sorry, what did you figure out, Tim?
I've switched them.
Oh, because I didn't see on sorcerer spells
So it looks
continual light even as an option for you.
Really? How did I get that?
Well,
I don't know.
he died fast.
So I've
No
got-
worries.
I know, right? So it's third level, so I should know. Okay. 4 cantrips and 4 spells. So I've got sleep, shatter, misty step, and shield.
Right.
Misty
2
step.
first level and 2 second level.
I want
Second
misty
level,
step.
Yeah, I don't see anything for continual light,
I think I
even if
might have-
available to you.
that part I don't understand. I had
It's all good.
Anyway,
I want misty step though.
okay, sorry.
I think's cool.
so back to Aya's question here. Yes, you're looking around and you don't immediately see something. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Come on, buddy.
But you can keep that dagger though.
Okay. Damn.
Okay. So,
do you see?
all right. So you start looking around.
Ah!
And the clock is ticking down as you know that you're out of time, and you see that you almost miss it because it's starting to get darker. But against the blackness of
Hold on, I spilled a lot of water on myself, so you guys continue without me.
Whoops.
Like a lot of water.
The blackness of the spire and at the base of it, there's also, you see where there looks like a lot of foot traffic must have come through, and then that leads you to this place that goes over a little hill and then into something that a cavern that is deep into it. It's black itself, and so you almost missed it, but you come across it and say, "This leads in." Looks like it leads down into the mountain itself.
Dude, if it's getting darker, and we know how dark it gets, I'm just gonna light a torch at sunset, I guess.
Cool.
Or do I have a lantern? I might have a lantern. That's better, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'll use my lantern.
Okay.
Has it? Well, I guess. Has it been our observation that most of the people we're encountering can see at night here?
I mean,
yes, you have noticed that considerably the case. Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, well, easy to miss, but it looks like there's a way to get down under this place over here into the cavern. And even though it's pitch black, that must be where they are. What could go wrong?
Right.
Well,
You first.
Flying bird.
Say again?
Don't we have a bird?
Oh yes,
Ew.
you have an owl and a cat, as a matter of fact.
I think Tony can see through the bird's eyes. I think I have something that allowed me to see through the bird's eyes also. So can we send one of the birds into the cavern? Hold on one second. I remember, what did I have?
How far off from this thing are we?
From the cavern?
From that entrance, yeah.
Oh, you're pretty close to it. You found it. Yeah.
Oh. The civilization, maybe we won't get beat up in the cavern.
yeah.
That's the hope.
Hopefully, this is the place we're looking for. So
We're gonna find those gerbils and get a place to crash for the night.
Find them gerbils.
All right, I'm back.
look for your gear.
Well, this is how it ends, boys. The loss of rudimentary motor skills, the inability to solve simple puzzles.
Poor old person
Yes.
playing games.
Yes. Sad.
Yeah.
Like, I dropped a whole cup of a tall glass of water on myself. And in the chair and everything.
Special.
No.
You are.
Yes. Yes. That's
So, Tony, let's
Yes.
see.
What's
Was
it?
it? Sacredo said to Governor that made a recommendation that maybe to see if your owl might go in to the cavern a little bit.
Yeah.
And take a look around a bit.
I'll ask him, but he's kind of a jerk sometimes. So I'll be like, hey, he's like, how many rats do I get? How many rats do I get? All right. Yeah, I send him. I go,
Okay.
hoo-dee-hoo, and then go.
You give him his Tootsie Pop licks, and
Yes.
he goes into the cavern. Yes.
Oh my God.
And then
Don't judge us.
Too late.
It's 187, by the way.
Yeah.
Tried it once.
That's good to know.
Oh yeah, I think I was at 2. Sorry.
I just figure that some point along the way, like your licks start becoming less effective because your tongue is drying out, or do you continue to take drinks of water to hydrate? I
only did it the once, and I don't know. I was just walking somewhere on a hike, and I'm like,
that's
I've got
hardly
this Tootsie Pop.
scientific.
Yeah. Also, and it depends on if you're continually looking in the same space.
Sure it's a reclable.
I'll be more rigorous in my work.
Okay. All right.
Show the math. Sorry.
The owl flies in. You're looking through, and basically, you're seeing a cavern, but it is clearly has been is a mixture of things. So part of it seems like it is a natural cavern in some of the ways, but then also you see supports that have been put up over time. You see parts of it that you can tell that have where a turn has been smoothed out, and you can tell that it's been done well as well. So it looks very safe, but it's kind of just a widening cavern that is going through. But so far, like you travel in 50 feet, and at that point, there are no branches off. It's just a single cavern going in one direction. Well, winding in one direction.
Well, I relay the information, and I also say, look, I don't want to be here anymore. This place is creepy. It is so creepy. Man,
you don't want to be outside at night, or you don't want to be in the dark cavern.
Both.
It's one or the other.
Both sucks.
Oh, come on,
I love
baby.
Pabu. In case anybody's listening, I have.
You got metal ass powers and stuff.
I love it here.
Man, I'm all like, I can't see shit. It's all metal.
I'm straight off an album cover now, man.
All right.
They fixed me.
They fixed me.
They fixed me. Light in there?
Thank you.
Yeah. Can we throw a light in there? Yeah.
Well, we got to go in there. Let's go in.
All right, we'll go in.
Okay, so everybody piles in. I'm gonna speed up a little bit, and that y'all wind yourself through. You don't see any branches at any point. Every once in a while, you're checking to make sure you're not missing anything. Check for the odd secret passage or anything like that, but nothing is showing up.
Fair enough.
And then pretty soon, you start to see. You start to see off a little bit down the way that there's a kind of straightaway for a while. You see just a faint light up ahead, and then also you start to hear the sound of voices as well.
What? What kind of voices? Can my
like a small group, or like we're entering
at this point, just the sound of a small group of people, like maybe 3 or 4 voices at most.
Can we tell what they're saying yet?
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Does it sound anything like the people the gerbils that we met before?
At this point, I'm just like you're just hearing sounds that unless somebody's making imitation, you're hearing.
Okay, so it's definitely like humanoid kind of speech thing. It's not like or something like that. Okay.
Not like spiders chittering.
No more Peter Parkers.
No.
Goddamn Peter Parkers. Oh my gosh. Can't stand these Peter Parkers, man. Oh yeah, it's funny. Spiders is banned on my channel. So we like you can't write it in the chat or anything like that. So that's why we call them Peter Parkers. So yeah.
Wow.
I don't like Peter Parkers. So wait, can my owl get a better look?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I go hooty hoo. Go check that out.
So your owl starts flying, and you're going to be looking. Are you just going to?
I'm just going to
with it, or are you going to look through his eyes?
I'm going to look through his eyes, and like.
Okay. So you start flying on ahead then, and you come across this a place where you start to see some figures. There are a couple of lights up ahead, and looks like torchlight from a distance, and you hear somebody clearly seems to identify that something's flying nearby, and but you hear it speaking in Infernal, and goes, and so
I try to say what they're saying back,
and then you try to relay.
Yeah.
You go to, hey.
Yeah, to Dave's character. I say to Aya, I was like,
hey, Aya, they said, and you think, okay, part of that sounded like the word blue.
All right.
And then Munster cheese, but that's just weird.
Munster cheese?
No.
Oh
anyway.
my God.
Talking about lunch.
Right.
I know, it's like, kill the guys that come over the side. Oh God, no. And that's
okay. So what do you do? What does your owl do at that point once it seems to be spotted?
I think it just kind of. Oh, they see it?
Yeah, they're acknowledging that it seems like they've seen something down. That's why their voice starts picking up.
Oh, okay. Well, it just lands and I just have it kind of peck around like it's
okay,
looking for food. But if anyone like starts drawing weapons, I'm gonna have them get out of there.
Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like it. Like for initially, their voices rise and start speaking, but it doesn't sound like they're, from what you can tell, like they're getting angry. They just noticed something, and so when it lands, then their voices eventually calm down, and they go back to kind of a lazy sort of conversation again.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Are you getting a visual at this point, what they look like?
Hard to say because he's looking into light source now, and he just knows they're humanoid shape, but it's still a ways away, and so because he hasn't gotten that close, just enough for them to have seen a kind of shadow flying in the distance.
Now,
and for him to have seen them.
Does the bird see any places for potential cover? So like if we sneak up, right? And like say like they're in a little clearing or something like that, right? Are there any like boulders or anything like that we can use to cover, to kind of sneak up and get a closer, not look per se, but like...
a little bit. So you do have along the way at different points there are support beams and things like that. It's not a lot, and also the passage doesn't go completely straight, but enough where you can go. So with some skill, you might be able to hide and stuff like that. Being able to like actually get some cover, like to shoot from behind, that'll be a little harder. But
okay. So, I relay the information to everybody then and let them know what the deity is.
This sounds like the place we were going anyway.
True. True.
So I'm thinking if we try to sneak, we're just going to arouse suspicion. Might be able to just to walk up and be like, "Hey, we're here for Ginger Rock."
Yeah. We can go. How about this? Maybe
Ginger Rock
maybe two of us kind of.
The Ginger of Rock sent us.
Yeah.
Maybe not him.
Yeah, maybe we don't send the whole party. Maybe we send 1 or 2 people, right? And then if it's clear,
rival.
Yes, yes. Sound the trumpet, the trumpets.
Maybe he stays.
Yeah, the beat up ones maybe stay so they don't die, and the small dragon thing, lizard thing.
Why? No. What? Who?
You stay. You just take it chill.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be good. You'll be good.
But
I'll go for sure because I visually fit into this place anyway.
True. Actually,
that'll help. And I speak the language.
That helps even more.
Fit for these things. I look more demonic than all of you. Well, other than
oh my god,
that one.
We should get a new avatar for you while you look like you're in tiefling form. I just realized that.
That's true.
Because right now I'm using
we
picture.
need to get your Hero Forge thing up. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh, me? That got wiped.
Oh, okay. Never mind. We should make another one.
Accidentally, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look for something right now.
So Aya and who is going forward, or just Aya?
Aya and I'll go with you. It's cool.
Or Governor. Yeah, because you guys speak the language.
I don't speak shit.
Governor doesn't.
Don't you?
I just
thought it was Aya.
No, actually, maybe I don't.
Else.
I think Secretos does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good because
people who actually speak the language.
And I'm carrying a bunch of dead bodies with me too, so that might not be the best look.
You've got a disc with that. You just keep the bodies. They're like 100 feet. It stays within 100 feet of you or something.
I got multiple discs.
Dragon behind you.
Yeah. Well, no. Remember, I said before.
Did we decide before?
And we should have talked about this before.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't have made it by nightfall if you had multiple discs on it, because you would have cut your speed by half.
Oh, okay. I'll just have to kill more people. That's okay.
You'd have to do more rituals and stuff like that. So.
Okay. I do want one of those big dudes though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I said basically you have two, one of the big dudes, another full body, and then some bones.
And then Greg.
Right.
Okay.
Well, you have more than Greg for bones, because you had others. There too.
Okay.
So
just let me know. We'll sort it out later. We'll sort it out.
I'll say 3.
How many Gregs?
Three skeletons worth and 2 zombies worth.
2 zombies. Okay. And one of the zombies is the big one.
You're not gonna like this, but listen, if we're going into a civilized area, you might want to find a little crevice somewhere in this cave. You can just sort of stash them for now.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Nice. Okay. So Secretos and Aya go walking forward. Is that what I'm getting?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
None?
That'll work.
That works for me.
Let's do it.
All right. So y'all two go walking down the hall, and about the time you're getting to where the owl is, then you hear this hear again some chatter. And oh, hey, somebody else is in the hallway. Who's that? What? Oh, get things together. This is all going on in Infernal, and then you get this a few clicks going, and then and you see this big light, this light up down the cavern like a spotlight, and so you can't see them anymore at this point. But you are well lit where you are. The two of y'all are, and you hear, "All right, let's not have any funny business. Just making sure, keeping everything secure. Keep your hands where we can see them. Please come forward. Introduce yourselves.
I've come
We
from
don't need
murder.
any trouble in Nagora."
Trouble is my middle name.
Start any trouble?
Yeah.
Right. All right.
So we can't see them still, like they're outside of the range of the light or something?
No,
now
the light is flashing in our face.
That's
so we
right.
can't
You've got
see it.
something like a spotlight that's pointed down the hallway.
They're blinding us with it. Okay.
Exactly.
Y'all got like a sun visor?
Well, I'm not holding any weapons.
Right.
You know, we're not posturing like that. So
Sure. Okay. They said, "All right. Well, please come on forward and state your business."
Hi. We ran across some friends in the desert that told us, we'd have a place to stay if we ever found ourselves in Nagora, and we're here to visit.
Visitors to Nagora, huh? Okay.
Didn't we save them? Did we just find them, or didn't we save them?
Well, we did. I'm just
We should tell them that.
leading in. We don't know if they even know these people, but
True that.
are they following up with questions? Do I just want to
At this
keep
point,
talking?
they're kind of listening, but
Okay.
So you're visiting. You hear somebody now that you've gotten closer, going like writing stuff down, and so you're visiting, and because you found people in Nagora, I'd say, how long do you think you can be staying here in Nagora?
I'll need about
At
4
least
days.
one night.
Yeah, certainly overnight. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. If it's nice enough, maybe we'll hang out.
Okay.
Are you open to guests?
Yeah, absolutely. Or will you be looking for work in Nagora?
I don't have that in kind of intention at this point. No, we're just
not
here to visit.
necessarily work. Okay.
What kind of
anything
jobs do you have
else?
available?
Well, it depends. You probably wouldn't go into indentured slavery. I would assume there's no reason to go into that direction.
My preference.
Are we talking slavery because I'm black?
Oh my god.
Are you? What?
That's good point. Good question.
This is not going well.
Is this because I'm
going in.
Is this because I'm Goliath? Is that why? Is that why we're having this conversation?
I'm not as strong as I look.
Oh man.
Okay. So
We're all gonna die already.
They say, okay, well, in the case, just a few things. Know that you need to abide by the council's rules at all times. If there are guards here, that are placed throughout the city, then please abide by the laws that they give to you in the direction. Also, we ask that you do not go near the slave work areas unless that you have special dispensation from the council at any time. The market, of course, is open to you, and you are welcome to peruse the market. We would encourage everyone. You'd find no place like Nagora for the things that you can buy and the wealth of various crafts and varieties. And the other guys, oh, shut it already. They get it. Okay.
And all the slaves you can get.
Right. Welcome. And then they turn the light off.
Oh, excellent.
As your eyes start to adjust again, you see you see 4 people who are in a similar kind of uniform sort of thing, but the problem is that the 4 of them are not uniform at all. It's like the beginning cast of a Monsters Inc. movie, that thing. So you've got like some furry people, some slimy people, and they all have when you pay more attention, you see telltale signs of what you've expected of everybody so far in this land, that there's some sort of fiendish thing, either their eyes, horns, tail, scales, something like that. But they also, other than that, they all have very kinds of, all humanoid though, in their own form.
A sort of rogues gallery of weirdos.
Indeed. And this is, I'm going to go ahead and, for our purposes, give you a full look at what we're talking about here.
Map time.
Well, those two made it through. What about us?
I know, right?
Yeah. Hang on, I'm getting to it. They're just sucking up a storm here.
They just leave us.
Wow.
We're like 3 days later. I wonder if they're coming back. I'm kind of hungry.
Where is this place?
We still haven't slept.
I know.
Oh, I'm so tired. I need spells.
I know. I'm gonna just start digging. Well, I'll wait till we see the map and then I'll tell you my plan.
Where is
digging
Nagora?
to sleep in?
Oh, I'm digging.
Oh, there it is.
I'm digging graves, baby.
Oh, there it is. Good. Oh, good. Okay, good. Okay. I thought it was messed up, but it's not.
My backpack would switch.
Oh wow!
What?
Look at us.
Yeah,
That's a big
here.
spot.
Wow.
Whoa! What's that question mark for? What's that supposed to mean?
Hey.
What?
What question mark?
That's fair.
What do you see? Question mark.
That's totally fair.
By our token that says heroes, and then it's like, but I'm not so sure.
I just moved y'all, so now you're over here. This is where, and if the rest of you catch up, this is where now you're going.
Yeah, well, before they barge in, I did want to say to the guys, hey, full disclosure, while we're passing through security here, Kratos and I, we came forward because we're the most fluent among our group, but there are 6 of us. So if you don't mind, we'll have the other 4 join us.
Yeah,
absolutely. Welcome. Thank you for making note of that. We'll keep those. Please be aware. I see now that we've got you closer that you do have weapons on you. That is just fine. But we ask that no weapons be drawn while you're in the bounds of Nagora. Only those members of the guard are allowed to draw weapons as needed in carrying out their duties. So
I have a question.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait. Who's the lizard talk? What?
Yeah, so to Shadows, what language are you speaking in?
I'm speaking in common.
Okay.
They don't understand me, do they?
No, they look at you and go, and they kind of look back over at Aya and Sakredos.
I tell them I have a question.
Our friend has a question, and I can facilitate. So let's hear him out.
All right, sure.
Is there a smithy here?
He just wanted to know, among all of your craftsmen here, is there a smithy?
Oh my goodness, fine craftsmen of all kinds, yes.
Oh, excellent. So I give 2 Shadows the thumbs up.
So
where are they?
So what you'll see, just straight ahead from here is the academy. I don't recommend heading that direction. You won't be able to get very far. But if you'll go ahead and take a right, then it'll take you by the main market. Right now, it's probably mostly closed up. We keep keep track of the daylight hours outside and use them for our internal workings as well. So most people have probably have closed their booths down at the market, but that would be a good place to find smithies as well as other crafts people.
Sounds like you're saying people are turning the lights off for the evening. Maybe you could help us out. Is there any chance that you would know the friends we're looking for? I don't want to get into their place too late here.
Sure.
There's it's a group of 4 or 5 with Jinjin and Casco, and they have a few kids.
They start talking to each other. Jinjin, Casco, kids.
Ginger Rock.
Can you describe and Ginger Rock?
Monsters.
Can you describe
all monsters?
Can you describe what they look like? I'm not sure.
They're bipedal, kind of furry, bearish.
Little girl.
One of the guys says, "Hey, I think aren't they part of the the quarry workers? Maybe no. Jinjin, surely I think she's one of the mushroom farmers, isn't she?
Did you say mushroom?
She's not a council, is she? No. We know if they're part of council. Yeah, mushroom farmer. Okay. they can't seem to come with an answer. It's like, I think we know who maybe know who you're talking about. If you, there are people who are to keep different hours, so it's up to you if you want to try to find some place. If you wanted to try to find them now, let's see.
We didn't want to. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, if we didn't want to find them and bother them tonight, is there an inn?
Yeah.
Yes.
A place where we could rent a room.
And what happens at night here? Is it safe to be out at night?
It's about to be.
Sure.
It's about to be Thriller
be
night.
A safer place. We always have members of the guard who are also on night watch as well.
Night watch.
Down. We have lowest crime rate of any city around. It's like, don't be ridiculous. No cities around here.
Well, it's about to turn into Thriller.
It's a Thriller night. Yeah, so they say that if you go past the main market and you take a right at toward the mayor's compound, there's also an inn that over there. It's not very large. We don't have a lot of overnight guests that stay except for at certain times, and then they usually stay in people's homes. So, but I'm sure there'll be a room for you if you needed one.
Cool.
All right.
I have a quick question. Is there like a seamstress or like a person that can make like cloaks and things like that? I ask if I can. Blouses, yes. Oh my God, yes. Have them wear blouses. Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm looking for something really metal.
Really metal. Okay,
so really, but melting leather.
I assume you're continuing to translate.
Yes, please.
Some of that.
Some of it. Yes. It said, I can't even name how many for sure, but there are just, you'll find quite a few craftspeople. I wouldn't be surprised if you'll find
very nice.
There are definitely good tailors around here and everything like that too.
Where's your mug?
Start to notice as you're talking to them now, you're starting to notice some different things. One is that there's that they have different gadgets that are hanging off of their uniforms in different ways. There's also sitting on a table where the person was writing, there's this big metal box that has different switches and latches on it, and it seems to be, it has two big shutters in the front that seems to be what was the big spotlight thing that was shining down the hallway at you. You also noticed that in this particular cavern, which is, by the way, this one right here, there are a few different torches that are lit, but they're not just pieces of wood with wrapped with linen and lit, and they're not lanterns either. They're made out of metal and have shutters that are open up to the top and are just glowing out of the top of those pieces of metal.
I look over to the thief. I go, "Can you pilfer some of those, dude?"
How hard are they paying attention?
Well, I mean, they're just having a conversation with y'all right now.
Well, maybe we can buy it. Maybe we can buy them before we try to steal
don't steal in front of the guards.
Like on our way in the door.
Start a fight.
Hey, look, I'm staying on brand.
You were going to steal from these people?
Oh no, God, no.
Maybe we could buy a light. You know?
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm staying on brand. I'm staying on brand. So, no, let's. All right.
No, that brand is more of was more of Evil's.
Oh, true.
Thing.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. I forget sometimes. Sometimes the darkness comes with you.
Those light sources, do they seem like they're natural? Like,
no,
is it flame? It's something glowy that's magically. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's see if we can get some of those.
It's like, hey, can we get one of those?
Yeah.
Where do you get those cool lights?
What? That's the mechanical torches over here? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Never seen anything like that. It's pretty neat.
Must be on Winners of the Brothers.
They're all looking at you like, kind of starting to laugh and stuff like that. It's like,
I mean, I'd show you the one I have. We have, but you won't let us pick it out.
I've got like 3 or 4 of them at home. It's like, what are you talking about? And he pulls one off, just yanks it off the wall, off of its holder, and as you see it, it's glowing inside, and it does sort of waver and flicker a little bit, but you can tell it's a magical energy that's coming out that's lighting the space. Each one of them, you're noticing even more, has they're not brightly colored, but they each have their own kind of hue to them a little bit. Mostly they're white, but with
it's a witch orb.
And so he hands one to you, and you're looking at it, and it's definitely got some sort of gem down in it that has the light that's coming from it, but it's also connected to the metal with brackets, and has a switch on the side that shutters it and opens it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Neat tech, guys. So this is the sort of thing we might be able to buy if we needed a light source.
Of course.
Yeah, oh, excellent.
A dime a dozen, I think.
Oh, excellent. I like your prices. I like this place.
Great need.
So, I wanted to ask real quick, just sizing these guys up. If we had come in here meaning no good, what's our assessment of this little group of guys?
So you haven't seen them try anything yet. You see that there's one guy who seems to be in charge and is answering most of your questions, and is the one who sometimes is berating the others a little bit playfully. And so he looks like he's, seen a battle or two before. They're definitely well equipped. They have shields and various kinds of weapons, as well as crossbows nearby. So they're, well armed, but it's hard to know for sure. One of them would maybe be well done. The other ones may be more novices. Their armor looks like it hasn't been scraped up, that kind of stuff.
Do they look like the neighborhood watch, or do they look like the police force?
Soldiers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Somewhere between the two, but you can ask them.
Okay.
That's okay.
This academy we're gonna
go to bed.
Academy we're gonna pass and hang a right at. Is that a military training academy, or what are we talking about here?
Oh, sure. Yes. Well, this is it's the main academy and also the militia for the people. This is each person from Nagora spends time in the academy. Both training when you're young sometimes, though we usually have the younger prep schools in another location where you the basics of the important trainings of the artificer art, and then also and then you also spend time, everybody spends time going through, except for the elders who've already served their time.
Oh, they magic elders.
Spending time in the militia as well, so us included. We're not always part of the guard. We also have other lives that we lead for other times during the year.
Oh, very nice.
Cool.
Sounds like a nice community you guys have here.
Yeah.
Well, we like it.
Cool.
All right. Well,
let's go.
Do we have any more questions, or should we be on our way?
Let's make it. Yes.
Oh, go. No, continue. Mine's a selfish question.
This guy says, by the way, he says, the one who's been the kind of more veteran-looking guy who's been answering questions. Since we've been talking for a while, I didn't mean to be rude. My name's Ulrod. If you ever need, feel free to ask for me. I usually am out toward the front gate checkpoint here, but you can ask any of the guard, and they'll know how to get in touch with me. Get Jake 6'7" over here, will you? And he talks to one of his other guys, and yeah, he says, yeah, no problem, and whistles down the hall, and you hear this and some whizzing sounds and gears shifting, and you see this this kind of clockwork-looking homunculus come down and half walk, half roll down. It's got two front legs and then wheels on the back, and comes skittering over towards y'all and say, listen, Jake, take these guys over by the down to the inn so that they don't get lost, and then if they have any other well, let's not make it complicated. I know you can get lost with too many details, so take them down by the inn, and if y'all want to explore any other parts, you're welcome to. But otherwise, Jake will get you there.
Do we have to tip Jake?
Do you have Elrod? Do you have anyone here who speaks common in this city?
Common's kind of uncommon.
I don't know. There are people who speak various. I'm not familiar with what you're referring to.
We need a universal translator.
Everybody here will speak this. Infernal, of course. People who speak in various languages.
I bet you they call it common. They don't call it infernal. This is common, right?
One of the guys who was talking to the guard is like, some people they try to learn some different languages and get pretty good at it every once in a while, and one of the other guys goes, Ich sprechen Sie Deutsch. He starts off actually down in some Elvish, and he goes, I do little amounts of speak in Elvish.
Rosetta
Stone. Yeah, exactly. So
wait, do I speak Elvish? Maybe I can talk to this guy. Hold up.
Sophia Vergara.
Wow. Ooh, I speak Elvish. I go, what's up, homie?
Nice. He goes, slower, please.
What's up, homie? Where is your graveyard?
What is a graveyard? Okay.
No, I'm not doing that yet.
Okay.
Cool. Hey, all right, let's go inside.
Okay.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
So if you follow, then Jake takes you, takes you down this hallway. But basically, as you come past this place, you see this. This part is. You don't really see it from where you are. You just hear it through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But there's obviously some big machinery going on and is going into the water over here. And when you come over to the bridge, you can see it.
All of that is like a river. Does it look like normal water, black water? As far as we can tell?
It's dark. The all along this way, there are more torches along the walls and stuff like that are lit. But yes, it looks like normal water.
Okay.
Yeah. And you, in fact, since you asked, when you get to the bridge, you start looking over, and you even occasionally see some turtles and some strange-looking fish, but fish nonetheless. And there are you see boats a boat that's docked also right here too. That's not very wide, so it's just a small boat, more like a about the size of a rowboat kind of thing.
And if we stop and just use our senses, it's like, can I see how deep the water looks? Do I smell anything in the cavern that's outside of normal cavern air? Like you said, we heard machinery. Does it smell like does the area smell like industrial? Or,
interesting. Yeah. So you're not getting that is interesting. So you are smelling the smell of the water, and of course of that kind of it's not salt water, so it's definitely fresh water, but you're just getting the kind of the smell of like algae in caverns, kinds of things like that. But you're not getting an industrial in the sense of any burning coal or oil, interestingly. And so you're not picking that up, even though you do see heavy machinery here and there.
Did the thing look like, from the river, did it look like it was like some sort of, not a windmill, but like a water mill or something like that? Like they're getting power from that, or no?
It actually seems to be
the opposite, huh?
Yeah, seems to be pouring something into the water.
Because the water mill wouldn't be making noise. There's something going into the water. Does it seem from where we're standing on the bridge, does the water look deep, or is it, Oh,
right. You asked about that. It's hard to tell. It's just so dark, and there's nothing lighting underneath the water, and it's not way clear either. So,
but not. And so I'm just going to ask him, Jacob, what is that? What is that building? What is coming? What is that building? What's it for? What's it putting into the water?
Jake turns to you and goes, "Welcome to Nagora. Glad that you're
here." Gotcha.
Just fluoride, everybody. It's just to keep your teeth good.
Everyone's like, just start smiling. We got pearly whites.
It's just a little COVID for you.
Yeah.
So he takes you up and over to this area. There are parts that this area right here goes underneath a passage above, but there are also steps that lead you up to this level up here too. And then so Jake actually through its like his legs kind of extend a little bit and is able to pull itself up the steps.
Cool.
And takes you up to the upper level. And over here there's this compound. The first building is where Jake leads you to the front door of this inn, and then there's other similar buildings next to it over there. And Jake gestures, he rolls forward toward the building, but you also see there's more passages that go north. When you went up over here, you noticed on this side over here that there were these booths and things like that were vacated, and just barely the skeletons left of not skeletons. That's gonna.
Did you say skeletons?
Just the bare bones. Nope, that's not gonna work either.
Speak clearly, man.
The framework of what could be a marketplace over here. But
when you say that, do we interpret that to be like just closed for the night, or like that kind of thing?
It doesn't look completely.
We could hit it up in the morning.
No tumbleweeds. It just looks like there's nobody there right now.
And as we were walking around, I mean, did we see any other activity, other people, or is it kind of like a ghost town right now?
Oh, at a distance, you saw maybe a figure or two here and there, but nobody was in the hallway that you were walking down, the main cavern that y'all were down.
What the heck, guys? What's going on? Like, where?
Hey,
where's everybody going?
It's just nightfall.
It's nighttime.
I think everybody's just turning in.
It still could be plenty of time for shenanigans over there, though. Let's see what the deal is in the morning.
It's turning nightfall. It's not like it's.
Oh.
Okay.
Man,
sleep with one eye open.
This is small town Pravu for you, man.
That's exactly
Small town
Probably
Pravu
don't
for
even
you.
sell booze.
Oh my god.
It's a dry cavern.
The inn's gonna be
Yeah. Oh
nothing but water at the inn, man.
Oh no.
No, I'm sure they've figured out some way to ferment these mushrooms into something. Don't you worry.
It's like, God, I hope so. God, I hope so.
All right, so what would y'all like to do?
I'd like to
I'm
get
okay
a
with
room
just
to
taking a night of sleep here.
Yeah. All right, so you head on. I'm sorry, Ruben, were you about to say something?
Oh, sleep.
Okay, that was it. You head on into the inn. You see a jovial-looking, scaly-covered woman behind a bar that's really hefty-looking and has some small wings on her back, and there are a few people sitting at some tables having a drink, and she says, visitors, welcome, come. What can we do for you here at let me see what her name is, hang on. At Tarek's Inn, huh?
Is that in? Wait, what language is that?
Yeah, is she speaking Elvish? Is she speaking something else?
No, it's totally infernal.
Damn it. I'll hear it.
I just start pop locking.
Sleepy hands at the side of my head, and be like,
Sleep now.
Looking around the room, Mark,
Yes.
Is everyone still kind of look different from each other? Like just a whole bunch of different infernal races, or is everyone,
Yes, similar kind of thing. That though you are starting to notice that there are it's not like every single person is somebody different now. So you're starting to notice some matchup, and so it's not like just this endless supply of races kind of thing.
People eating in here?
Uh-huh.
Gross stuff.
Let's see. How do I say this? What do the bones look like? Does it look like small animal bones, or should I be worried?
Did you say bones?
Well, yes, Tarek does look down at you and lick her lips. But no, I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I see you brought dinner. Right?
Yeah, you see actually mostly vegetation, including like a big mushroom cap kind of sandwiches and those kinds of things, which you do see meat here and there, but it's mostly like shredded kinds of meat. You're guessing probably from small animals, things like that.
Mushrooms?
This is going to be a dry town.
I respond back to her and I say, well, hi, yeah, our group here, we're here to see some friends that live in town. We rolled in kind of late though, so we're thinking we'd just like to maybe shelter up here for the night in your inn and find them in the morning.
Of course. What, let's see, maybe 3 rooms be good enough for y'all if you could buddy up? Will that work okay?
Sure.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
Okay, great. Let's see. That'll be 6 gold pieces.
God
please.
damn.
At least they take the money from our world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gold is international.
Ask her what do we get for 3?
I'm gonna have to get walls.
What?
What do we get for 3 gold pieces?
Well, I can give you a couple of rooms if you want to have some people on the floor.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Don't cheap out.
Hey, no problem. I just need to sleep at this point. We'll handle these shenanigans.
All right. Well.
Yes. I'll throw it on.
What was the deal? How many? 6 gold for 3 rooms?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Everybody, ante up your gold coin.
Yep. All right, take it off.
It will cost you 1 coin.
Ooh.
That's right.
Does a robot also speak Infernal only too? I was just wondering. The helper robot.
Well, so far you've only heard it speak 2 phrases, but they were both in Infernal.
Oh, dang it!
And you didn't seem to get any thought that it was actually responding to you either, like that it actually had kind of heard.
Gotcha.
What you said either. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I say to the governor, we're not getting anything out of Jake 67, whatever the heck he's.
Right.
He's like a Roomba, man. I mean, it's just we're lucky we got here.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
In the middle of the room, be like, "Does anybody here speak common?"
Please.
They all look at you like,
what? They're all like,
just checking.
You hear some laughter and let's see, let's see, get some random stuff here going.
No, he's rolling shit. We're fucked.
Yep.
Thieves can't.
That's right.
Not how you say
it. One comes back in and
Actually,
says,
I'm not gonna say thieves can't, but I'll say, how about this one in thieves can't?
Right. No, that's better. Yeah. one of the guys speaks up in Primordial and says, I've got a tongue for you, and the other guys at the table start laughing.
They want to die.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Can you reach? And I'll respond in Primordial. Oh yeah, can you reach me from here?
Oh my god, we're dead.
He says,
I run to my room.
Oh. Well, there's one who can speak the real language of life.
Oh, shenanigans. I go straight to bed.
No, I'll pitch the lady another gold and like a drink for my friends.
And they all lift their drinks, and you can tell as they lift their drinks up in the air and cheers to you, their arms are kind of wobbly, like hooray! Yes,
hey, maybe we can gamble with them and
get
get some money back.
Like no, don't spill. Okay.
I kind of want to cause trouble.
I am asleep right now.
My door is locked.
You guys are no fun. I'm going to bed then.
All right, y'all can go ahead and log a long rest for all of you.
Thank the gods.
Before I do that,
Yes.
I want to ask her the same questions that I asked Jake. What was that building? What was being poured into the water?
Oh, into the water. Actually, that's something that just they're part of the machinery around here that helps keep the water fresh and drinkable and helps feed the
water.
Animals and fish, wildlife around here.
Was I when you described that earlier? Was that coming out of the building they said was the academy?
Oh, it's just near the academy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, cool.
Simple water processing plant, everyone.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
What else do you guys do here in the bar? I understand you have slave labor. What type of work does everyone do?
Oh, see, now there's so many people who get so frustrated with the slave labor kind of thing. All of the people who are slaves here are slaves for a period of time. Usually it's because they've gotten into a debt and they're working something off. That usually doesn't last for a few months. Sometimes we get some people who get it in their heads that they're going to do something wrong, and so one of the ways they work it off is through their slave labor, and they're usually down working in the mines as part of their work for a period of time.
What happens to the people that don't make it through the mines?
Don't make it through the mines?
Like, say, a stone falls on their head or something like that.
Or they die.
Yes, where are your bodies?
He means, do you bury your dead here? Do you?
Yeah, she doesn't know what any of y'all are saying at this point.
I figured as much.
My last question before I go to bed: Where does the water go? There's obviously a river. What's downstream? Where does it empty out?
Whoa, actually, I don't even know the answer to that. There's lots of it flows through here, and so it goes. And you notice that it's you can see on the larger map that there's a massive part of the water that you haven't seen, but it's coming from this direction and then flowing out both to the west over here and then south through there. So yeah.
Kratos, can you ask them if they have anything the equivalent of like a 6-pack of like alcoholic drinks?
Yeah, can we get whatever they're drinking? Can we get some to go?
Because I have a amulet that works on alcohol.
Yeah, but what?
That's right. That's right. It's true. So she says she didn't have a 6-pack, but you can definitely take some mugs up to your room.
I was thinking maybe something a little bit more portable and durable.
So Kratos, assuming that you're translating, she says, "Well, I don't have much here. I mean, I can give you a bucket or something, but you could probably find a canteen or something like that at the market in the morning."
I'll keep that in mind. Okay.
Cool.
I forgot about that amulet. That's awesome.
I'm ready to go rest.
Yes.
So long rest, everybody. We made it.
Long rest, everyone.
I took it already.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. I gotta choose my spells.
Oh yeah, I gotta click the button.
So, before we sleep, I tell everyone, guys, I might be indisposed for maybe about 2 or 3 days.
2 days?
If possible. I might be occupied, spell-wise.
Oh boy. Well, look, it might take us a whole day to find our friends. So
yeah. Hey, that's fine. I go, gentlemen, I'll need a little bit of discretion. I'll need a little bit of alone time.
Yeah. Who's sharing the room with him?
I know. Keep him out of sight, would you?
It's okay. I don't need my own room. I'll make my own room.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying I don't want to smell that. We're not roommates.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. No, I kind of wanted to do that, like, kind of off, like, not during everyone's time. Like, find some place outside the city that's kind of close, and I wanted to use mold earth and dig some grapes.
Okay.
And store the bodies in there.
Okay, that's fine. I'll let you kind of have taken care of that already.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
All right. If you do choose to take time to keep casting this spell over and over, then let me know. For right now, I'm assuming that you're just getting a night's rest. If you want to stay for multiple days, then that's fine. I think your party is gonna probably go on and do some things.
That's fine. I understand. I understand. That's what my plan is.
Okay.
So.
And then also, I need to know at any given time if you. Be sure you let me know if you choose to raise anybody, because I need to know if there are skeletons or zombies walking around with you.
Yes.
So.
That's why I was asking for a tailor.
Oh god. It's gonna cover that up.
Well, I mean, no, I wanted some people in robes.
Yes.
Like a nice robe.
No, speak very much. Yes.
Yeah,
just completely.
They're monks.
Mm-hmm.
Silence.
Yeah, that's right.
It's my personal guard.
While we're having this overnight thing in the room too, I would like to do weapon bond with the spear +1.
Good call. Okay.
Nice.
Just to note that.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other attunements that should happen overnight, by the way?
I don't think I have any. Did anybody else pick up something?
I don't have any.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm wanting to borrow one of the. I want to borrow one of the demonic speakers, and I want to take them to a smithy.
In the morning.
In the morning, yes.
Yes. Okay. Good. I hate to do this to you all, but I'm actually going to have to stop earlier tonight than I thought I was going to, and I know we've barely done anything.
That's fine.
That's okay.
These things happen.
Keep the ball moving every week.
Right. So you've gotten to the inn, you got things set up there. You know you're going to be going to the market and also looking for your friends as far as that's concerned too. And that's going to put us into a good place for next time.
Cool.
And we'll see where how things go. Sorry, my apologies for that.
It's all good.
We've got Oh, and by the way, I meant to say Jake, the little clockwork guy, he took off as soon as he got you to the inn. He went ahead and went back. So you don't have a clockwork robot following you around everywhere you go.
We can always go back and ask for him again. Possibly.
Yeah, we want to keep Jake.
If we're all still alive.
Still alive.
They did call him Jake 67, so there's 66 others around here somewhere.
That is a good point. They can lose
the
one.
other Jakes.
Yes. I want to see if they have a magic school thing here too. But hey, look, all I'm saying, we made it. We didn't have to have another fight again. Jesus.
Sleep. Oh, I was gonna start something at that bar.
I know. That's why I was like, you just hear snoring upstairs already. I'm just like out.
Yeah.
Dead. Absolutely dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I've literally waited 3 months to do what I'm about to do. Maybe even longer.
Long plan.
Yeah, this was the long game for like
exactly.
I'm not even joking. Like maybe 4 months, 3 or 4 months. I'm like, oh please, God, just let me. Oh come on, please.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
it's gonna get fun.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, man.
All right.
Thank you guys.
This was a blast as always.
All right.
All right.
Good deal.
Before you run off, Mark, Nathan was asking about if we're gonna play tomorrow.
Oh, I was wondering about that too.
I think we're done at noon. Well, we'll be done with this golf stuff by noon, and then we're free the rest of the day.
Okay.
So
let me get back to you in the morning if that's okay, and we'll see for sure.
Okay, sounds good then. All right.
Cool. All right, lads.
Good night.
Until next time.
All right, night everybody.
We'll burn this thing to the ground. All right, bye.
Wow.
I'm gonna try.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Everyone pieced out so fast.
I was gone.
Oh man.
I was like,
oh,
I have more time to kill.
I know, right?
And
kill some more. Well,
kill more.
We'll have some D&D talk or something. So
yeah, I guess so.
Bro, I'm gonna make so many zombies.
You're gonna clothe them?
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in like robes, so at least we'll have like I want one dude. Greg is gonna be my general kind of like guy, and I had an idea. I'm gonna put that whatever that light thing, that flashlight thing. I'm gonna put it in his skull, and I'll call him Bright Eyes.
Oh wow,
that
be perfect.
That with a flaming head, it's gonna be so metal.
It's gonna be so fucking metal.
I can't wait. I can't
Proud
wait.
of you.
I try. It's good. I want it to be like blue flame, like Todoroki from like My Hero Academia.
Oh, from yeah. No, not blue flame. That's
Oh no, I'm thinking Dabi. I'm thinking Dabi.
Oh, Dabi. Yeah, Dabi. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, man. So the thing is, okay, look. Technically, you can have a whole zombie horde, but the upkeep is crazy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have any spell slots.
No spell slots. But I mean, I will have a marginal zombie horde, but
a marginal zombie horde.
Yeah, but
you know, it's
there's no way to respec.
Marginal.
Yeah, there's no way to respec after the fact once you choose a school, huh?
I mean, if you talk with them and basically come up with a reason why it's not gonna work for you, I'm sure Mark would work with you.
Yeah, because like think about it this way: you can decide, hey, I'm gonna now like I was even thinking about dual classing after I get once I get 4th level spells, right? And switching that way. And I'm like, okay, you can go to like, I could be a thief, but I can't be another kind of wizard instead.
Yeah, you can't be another wizard on top of the wizard that you are.
No, I mean, but just switch wizards. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Unless you came up with some in-game reason why your knowledge from necromancy would be the reason why you would know the other mode of wizardry.
Yeah.
You'd have to talk to Mark and be like, well,
yeah,
this build, you'd have to talk to him pretty soon, actually.
Yeah, because I was thinking,
you would definitely have to know pretty soon.
I had an idea storyline wise, like this whole playing with the undead thing has always been a through line through all family members. And I was thinking, okay, if I roll up one character and make it like the little sister or whatever, and make her just go full, okay, like a dark paladin or like just go proper necromancer.
Oh, so you want to set up like a family of
yeah, they all have this dark. Yeah, they all have this kind of darkness kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, because the other guy, he was a paladin, right? I might bring Andre back if I can.
If you can. If you do, he'd be an Oathbreaker.
Yeah. But it'd be kind of.
I don't know what he did to die though. So.
Oh, he was trying to save people. And they, they left me to die.
He would be fine. Yeah, he'd come back and he'd be fine.
Well, I mean, technically, he didn't die. He was in a coma, and then he was just like, I'm just gonna leave. And
honestly, I'd be very surprised if you said that Andre is alive. That Mark says you don't get him back. You can get a paladin like has the same stats, but you don't get him back.
I think they let me. Yeah, I think
because I would be like, oh yeah, no, Andre's coming for the party. Like he's coming to kill the party.
Oh,
he is now an Oath of Vengeance paladin, and he is out for your blood.
Just make him like a bad guy.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Well, no, not a bad guy. You guys are the bad guys.
Oh,
you left him to die.
Yeah, man.
And he was saving people. What oath was he before?
I don't remember, but we were playing 3rd edition. I forgot what it was. Everything was different back then. It was my first paladin. So, man, I wish I still had those. I had the recordings of those right before he died, because the whole thing about like the governor, like he came back. He was his brother, like kind of avenging him. You know what I mean? And so that's how he got into the thing. While he was quote unquote indisposed. Because I was like, I'm tired of trying to be nice and save everybody. Meanwhile, my parties are a bunch of scoundrels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why he became a evocation wizard right off the bat. I was like, I'm just gonna blow everything up and just be, just be mean. Not mean, but up. Yeah. So it was a reaction to trying to role play, and meanwhile everyone else is min-maxing and just murder hobo.
It's a bit difficult to try and play a role-played character when you're in a min-max group.
Yeah, they're better about it.
It's possible. Like, Two Shadows is not min-maxed. If I really wanted to, I could, but
no, I love this character.
I would have to give up being a lizard folk. And I'm like, no, it's part of what I want.
Part of it, yeah. I think the more you play these games, it really changes the way you look at it. I mean, of course, min-maxing is cool, and you can get the ultimate things, but like, you know, they say like in certain relationships, you get used to how your partner looks at a certain point, and then you're just like, I'm there for the chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I think that's why I like characters like Two Shadows and like what you did with Da and all this. Like, they might not be the best spec, but they are interesting characters. You know what I mean?
Oh no, Da is min-maxed.
Oh,
that was
he
one
is?
of the he's min-maxed. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I take everything back.
He's one of the happy mediums that I found.
Ah, okay.
Like, I wanted a cleric that was kind yet
cool pass.
Kind, but like accepting, totally okay and accepting of the fact that life ends. It always ends.
That's pretty metal.
And also being accepting that sometimes you are that end that life has to take.
Gotcha. Cool.
But what was it? But yeah, he's min-maxed. Like, Eloxodon comes with like +2 wisdom, and as a cleric, it doesn't get better than +2 wisdom off the bat, especially with like natural armor. So I don't have to worry about wearing armor early. I just put it into my constitution, I think.
What's your natural armor like? Is it like a chainmail, or is it something else?
It's like depending on how I put it, where I put it, and how I'm spec'd, it's like having I think chainmail. I know I had 18 AC because I was wearing a shield.
Nice.
So yeah.
Cool.
It's the metalness.
It's pretty metal. It's pretty
fucking metal. But Two Shadows, I was like, I want a character that's like, I want two sides of a coin. I want two sides of a coin, and I also want this backstory where like he's kind of roaming around and he has very little clues, and like he's not exactly the brightest of the bunch, so he's just going around trying things. Basically, he's like, "Are you my dad?" to everyone.
Yeah. So okay. So how long did it take you to come up with the concept? Did you have something already in mind before? But did you run up against something? You're like, "Hey, that's kind of cool. I should make that into a character," or was it just like, it was just totally random and just like, "Oh, hey, that's cool." Like you just kind of came up with it on the fly.
So I have always wanted to play a lizard folk, but I didn't know what to play for it, and so I was like, "Oh man, like I can't build a lizard folk how I want it with the stats that they're given, because it's like +2 to con and +1 to wisdom, and I'm like, I don't want to play a cleric lizard folk. I don't want to play a monk lizard folk. Well, I didn't at the time. Now that I think about it, I would be like, that would have been cool. But
yeah.
So I was like, well, like, what are the other things that you can play that like actually can take con and use it? And so right around that time, what came out?
Some sort of expansion, I bet.
It's Wild Mount came out. And one of these subclasses was Echo Knight. And I, like, immediately to me, what I thought was like, this lizard folk is like a black, like kind of blacked out with like green tinges to his scales, and like behind him and beside him is like a completely blacked out version of himself. Like it's just literally shadow matter, and like the only thing that's really showing that it's animate is the fact that it's mirroring his movement, and the eyes are glowing, and that's it.
It's like a dark shadow.
And so it's like this dark shadow, and I was like, okay, and
everything comes back to My Hero Academia.
I looked at and I was looking at the names, and I was like, oh man, they all have like really simple names, and I was like, well, what if he's from a tribe, and all the names are based on key factors of their personality or what they look like. Like his leader is supposed to be like True Spear or something like that. I don't remember what let me look at the notes. Hold I'm telling you too much, but it's okay.
No, it's okay. No, I'm seriously, I'm fascinated with this character. I don't know why. I love it so. I love this character so much. That's why I'm always like, oh.
And they always have, and so his tribe always had really simplistic ways of naming things as well. So like, there's like for the hunting ground, it's the place, it's the pond of fish with three eyes or something like that. It's and like there's fish with three eyes in that pond, and that's where they hunt or whatever.
Interesting.
So his where was it? Where is it? Oh yeah, Green Spear. His the leader of his tribe was Green Spear, and it's because his scales are green and he wields a spear, and that's it.
Cool.
And so I wanted to kind of play on this idea that this creature from like the backwoods where nobody comes runs into something and comes out of the swamp looking for something, and nobody knows what they're looking for, and nobody has any idea, and he has no idea, and by the time he finds out, it's possibly either a big deal or it's just never happened before. I wanted to add like the whole needle in a haystack.
So
appeal to him.
When you're writing your backstory for your, okay, I guess I didn't get a full answer. So how long did it take you to write the backstory? Does it come out really like naturally?
Came to me and like it literally happened as soon as I had the idea.
Oh, so it just kind of wrote itself.
I can't tell you too much just because I.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine.
Mark to go ahead and have it, but
yeah. No, I'm just fascinated.
His backstory was really easy. Like as soon as I thought of like, oh well, the Echo Knight came out, and I was like, okay, two shadows. Like, why does he have two shadows? And immediately like that, I was like, oh well, he's from this freaking backwoods. Like nobody comes out.
Right. So you started with
he not in the backwoods, and then like I just started going from there, and it was easy.
From the core ability that's unique to him, and then you wrote backwards from there.
Oh yeah, because I was thinking like go simple, because lizard folk are supposed to be these far right brain creatures where like they don't really have a lot of empathy. They're very based in that kind of primal
reptilian
essence.
brain. Yeah.
But they're mortal. They can think and they can have feelings and everything. So I wanted to kind of tie it together and be like, well, if you had that kind of personality, how would that display as a human? And I was like, well, you'd probably be pretty simplistic. Like you'd be very direct. You'd be pretty blunt about some things.
Right.
And you probably wouldn't pick up on a lot whenever it was thrown at you.
Yeah, that stuff comes across. Like through like a lot. You know what I mean? So yeah. No,
yeah.
I mean, this is like every time like I see stuff like this, it makes me want to, you know, of course I was busy a lot this last year and whatnot, but it makes me really want to delve deeper into like backstories and kind of fleshing that out, because it only just doesn't help with D&D playing, but like just creating characters and storylines or like comics and things like that too. So
like
it's
drawing in any aspect.
Yeah.
I mean, like
you want to have a backstory. I mean, ideally with illustration or anything like that, you want to have a rough backstory as to why these characters are doing what they're doing, or why they're in this environment, what's unique about this character. This is a slice of time from them doing whatever, you know what I mean? So it all kind of comes full circle. So it's really interesting to see other people's perspectives, especially for characters that I like, how they come across or go about shaping these stories and these ideas and these concepts. Sorry, I keep burping.
No problem.
Yeah, but hey, look, I don't want to take up all your time. I know it's super late.
No. I'm not doing anything for the next 15 minutes, so I'm good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, if I could draw.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you want to hear the irony? It's like I'm able to draw to the point where I want to draw, but my brain is just so tired now. That's the irony. It's like the skill, like all the skills and all the missing techniques I didn't know, and things that I just thought I didn't understand before. I know all these things now, and now I'm tired. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, I'm okay. Like I'll give you a perfect example. So like when I would try to draw comics before, when I was a wee lad, I never understood the concept of a light box. Like, I would look at animation or art and stuff like that and think that these people are knocking it out of the park in one shots. And so in a good way, it just made me get really good at trying to do that as a one shot. But basically, it's like using a light table, like a layer that you can draw underneath and then ink on top of. So I was thinking about all these times I would try to draw stuff comic wise, and and I have all these crazy just erasing and then putting things on top of it. It's like, no. What you do is come up with your rough drawing, then you draw it really light, and then you put it on a light box, and then you draw on top of that. And that's how you get everything looking all crisp and looking perfect and
lined,
right,
pretty.
Yeah. And I was like, if I had found out about using how to use a light box properly in like 1996, you know what I mean, or something like that,
it would
have been insane. Because it's like, okay, I use a pencil, but I don't know how to use an eraser, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
It's such an important tool with doing these kind of things. Back when I was like, the chops were flying off the hook. You know what I mean? And I felt more creative. Now, granted, now I've lived life now, so I could write things that mean more, and I understand a lot of details. Because like so when I was in art school, a bunch of bullshit. Anyway, they
I keep hearing that.
Yeah, it's but they were like, Tony, you are an amazing draftsman. You can do whatever. You just need your story. And right now you're just too young. You know what I mean? So it's like it's like having all the skills, but you haven't lived life. And the other part of it is being able to tell stories from your experience and, to get your perspective and all that stuff. So, I struggled with trying to find, who am I and what am I about and what interests me? You know what I mean? So,
yeah, man,
it's really
exactly
interesting.
What you mean.
Yeah. But now I'm like, okay, I know who I am now for the most part. I mean, who really knows 100%? But
who knows who they are? Yeah.
Right. But like, I've seen some shit. I've gone through some shit. And now I'm like, oh, okay, but I'm just so damn tired.
Dude, you gotta reset, man.
Yeah,
you gotta take some time to go ahead and get back to yourself.
I'm trying.
I know you grind like a lot,
too much,
and I get it, and I can kind of say that I do that as well, but I never grind to the point where my creative juices don't go.
It's a slippery slope.
I can sit down. Yeah, I can sit down and always do D&D. I can always sit down and shuck some stuff out. Like I sat down and streamed for 8 hours today, and it felt like nothing. I was like, right, I can do that.
So here's what happens. I think for a guy like me, like I had a couple of long giant climb Mount Everest moments. I had like 3 consecutive ones, and during that time, it beats you up so much that there's no time to recover to the point where you need to, how do you say, refill the cup, right? So it's like, okay, it's like driving a car on your rims, right? And then you try to put new tires on, but your rims are all fucked up because you were driving so hard before. So what you need to do is kind of reset the whole rims, do some body work and all that stuff. And that takes time. But when you're redlining for so long, it's like, oh man, and then you forget. Man, I've been through multiple burnouts, and burnouts on top of burnouts. You know what I mean? So, but like I had a situation it was actually this morning. It really made me think. I think I said it earlier when we were first getting on. Is I got another design gig for like an album cover, right? And
I heard about that one.
Yeah,
a little bit of it.
Yeah. So I was thinking, it was like, I was stressing about, just director gig stuff, and I'm like, but that wasn't supposed to be the job anyway. It was supposed to be the temporary job. And look, I'm like, now I'm like, what, 12 years into it, and I'm all like, no, that wasn't that was the temporary job.
Wasn't the plan.
That wasn't the plan. And like, I had a meeting yesterday with another producer. And I was like, this is some bullshit. And she was like, yeah, all this stuff is some bullshit. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna quit and do something else. I'm like, no, you're a cool one. You're another cool one. How come it's always like I have this moment of, oh, this person's cool. They understand me. And, you know, man, we've been through some interesting projects together. I can trust you, right? And then it's like, oh yeah, I'm leaving. And you're like, no! Every time. It's happened like 4 times now. Like,
but do you think that's so what do you think that's indicative of? Because like, is it indicative of the fact that like you are operating in a place with an incredibly high turnover? Or is it that you are willing to put up with more than you should about this kind of situation?
I think I put up with a lot more because of my personality type. Ooh, hydrate. Ooh, I spilled all my water on myself. I can't hydrate yet. I'll do it a little bit later. Thanks, Mr. Pastor.
Yeah.
No, I think it's okay. There is a high turnover rate because first off, it takes a certain kind of person to be able to do it. All right, like the skill part is not the work. That's the easy part. As when it comes to directing or shooting, like I could shoot rings around anybody. You know what I mean? It's the crowd control, thinking on your feet, and that interpersonal skills. That's the hard work, to tell the truth. And then just the grind of just pushing out product, you know what I mean? It's that stuff, that's what gets you. It's really blue collar when it comes to that. It's like a creative blue collar work with no union. That's the way it feels. And then I was like, so people get burnt out and then they crash. And then it's like in war or whatever, what happens, the people that survive, they become lieutenants and then they're generals and then and so I'm being pushed up the ladder as far as like, okay, now I'm just doing mainly producer, and then, you know, I get to direct, but I could see them kind of grooming me for bigger stuff. But I'm like, this is fucking hell.
Like, I hate this.
Yeah.
So at what point in time does Tony realize that he's going to be moving on to another project anyway? Why is he sticking to?
It's only money. It's money. It's like,
that makes sense,
because I know what it's going to take for me to make this transition between careers or whatever, you know what I mean? And I know what I need to do, and I know how much backup and savings that I'll need to be able to do this successfully. Because like, once I shut these doors, that's okay. So they
don't open again.
They don't open again, right? So it's like when you're like, okay, hey y'all, forget my number, not forget my number, but you know, I'm gonna take but basically I'm gonna work on what I was put on this earth to do, right, going forward. And then it's like, okay, good luck. And then those kind of jobs don't come again. So it's like, okay, it's like you can get the work as a doctor, but as soon as you leave, it's like, oh, you'd have to go through medical school again to get credentialed.
You'd have to get all
those connections.
It's
all my connections in that world is gone, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean? And then constant changes and stuff. So to answer your question, it's mainly financial, because like I might go through a stint, and then I might have a big job that comes in. And so I'm able to supplement my income to, you know, do stuff. And so I was working my way out right before Corona. And then it was like, okay, well, there's no jobs now, you know?
Oof.
And then I had some other jobs where like, okay, well, this is going to pay for everything. And then other jobs didn't come through. That's when the Olympic stuff got canceled. I had two or three big shoots that were like large shoots that got canceled last minute. And so, and then I did this last one that was a nightmare one. And I actually lose a little bit of money from it. And then the reason why I'm doing this Tohoku one is because it got canceled before. And then it's going to pay for, give me a little bit of a buffer in between. So it's purely financial, right? So it's it's just the way it is, I guess, for now. But I know that in my heart, my producer director brain, it's out. It's like I'm checked out. I'm done. I mean, of course I'll do good work and whatnot, but I'm like, you did good. You know, you made huge waves. You know what I mean? Like
you did what you needed to do.
Yeah. You know, so that part of me is like, okay, no one can take that away from you. You know what you did. Especially when you had no one believed that you can do it. You know what I mean? And to be able to do it. So it's like, okay. Nothing more. It's like, you know, it's the end of the pig one. The pig one is like, that'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah. Does that answer the question a little bit?
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. I get it. I do.
Yeah. But, you know, doing these things like streaming, podcasting, and just talking with you, playing these games and whatnot, it really has helped fill my cup back to get some of that bandwidth back. You know what I mean? Just, it's been like it's a crazy kind of therapy without going to therapy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally get it because I did the same thing for before I met Mel.
Yeah.
Whenever we were doing the podcast and like playing guitar and like trying to figure out a way to be okay with me.
Yes.
That time. Yeah.
Dude, that's the best way to
hated
say
my
it.
job. I hated teaching.
Yeah.
I was done with that. And I had been done with it for a while whenever I moved into the house, and I was like, man, this just does not feel like what I want to do ever. And I mean, like, that feeling's still there. It's just that I'm able to now deal with it.
There's enough distractions otherwise to fill in that void. Yeah, no, I remember you're going through it too. So no, that's really, I do like what you said is like, how do I deal with being me or find out what, you know,
what being me,
what being is kind of thing.
Is, yeah.
No, I really like that a lot.
It was like a soul searching kind of thing. Like you had to figure out what you were gonna do with your life.
Yeah.
And I did some of it. Like I know I did some of it. I don't know if I did all of it, but I know I did some of it.
Right. Yeah. It comes in waves.
Yeah. You just need it.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, like it's weird. Like even though like there's certain points where things were more difficult than others and whatnot and lots of learning, I do think that I've learned a lot about myself. Okay, I've checked, say like 5 life boxes you have to check as far as like understanding who you are, and I think going through all this, I've checked like 4 of them. You know what I mean? And I go, you know what I mean? It's like, I know I like this, I know I'm capable of this, and all that stuff, right? So those kind of like tentpole things, it's like, okay, I'm good there. Now it's like, okay, how do I get back to what I was doing before? Because man,
oh my God.
I think about it, it's like I was just chilling, you know.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, I was on the right path. I just didn't know it yet. And my dumbass found a way to get a regular job. And a hard one at that. But I was,
because I will say, what you do now is definitely a regular job.
Oh,
like now, at this point in time, it is.
And make a fraction of the money as I did before.
Yeah, which and I mean, like, it is that's kind of how the world is right now. If you don't own a business, you're gonna get kicked over the freaking barrel.
Yeah.
When people try to figure out what to give you in terms of money, because it's not great.
It's not
great out here.
It's not
great out here as people.
But look, I mean, I think that's where learning the lessons from small business ownership or just business ownership, as far as how to get out of the rat race a little bit, you know what I mean, is really important. Even though like I've gone back and forth between between really successful and having nothing, and then so okay, you know what I mean. I know what the patterns are, and I know what's capable. You know, it's not like a far off dream as to what things can be. You know what I mean? And but as long as you keep your core good, not good, but like you don't lose yourself. Like you know what I mean? And try to stay a good person. Like that Naomi Campbell stuff, man, I hated that so much to my core. Like oh my God. But I was like, this is gross. I don't want to be around this. I don't want to be some of this and all that stuff. And I was just like, oh no. And then it's like, okay, well, then mom passed around that time. And then I said, okay, then I'm like, and then you're just trying to, like, someone threw the chessboard, and you're just trying to hold on and try to put things back. And then it's like, okay, I got these fucked up jobs, and and then you kind of come to another thing, and then someone flips over the chessboard again. You're like, no, it took me so long to get this shit back together. And then you're trying to get it back, and then you're like, but you're just slowly getting weaker. You know what I mean? Like, slowly. You're not 100%. So, but hey, it is what it is. I'm still happy. Look, I'm alive. I got bomb-ass family, and most people don't even get that. So
that's true.
I'm grateful for that.
You just need to get on over here, dude.
I got to figure something out. I got to figure out a way I can do both. Because I got to figure it out.
My wife's gonna keep on asking me.
I know.
When's he coming back?
I know. Everyone's trying to get me back. I know.
And everybody's you got to do what you got to do. But
I got to do what I got to do. No, I hear you. I hear you. I'll work it out. I got to find a nice medium where I can just float between the two. Because I do feel like I know I have changed being here in a lot of good ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
definitely.
So it's like, I know the reverse culture shock will be devastating in certain ways.
It will wreck you.
It'll wreck me. Having to watch my back and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But
it's unfortunate. It really is. But
we need it. We all should just go to Jamaica.
Oh, God.
No, but it's too third world. It's too third world.
I've thought about it. It's
your sister loves it.
I would retire there. I would never.
I don't know if I could retire there. It'd have to be some sort of community of.
Well, retiring, like, I would think retiring is like know. You're not going to be in a situation where you're trying to like always maintain connection and get online and stuff. Because I mean, like, I think at a certain age, I'm just gonna not want to play video games as much as I do.
Of course, you just want to chill.
I just want to chill, I'm saying. Just like read a book, maybe.
Yeah.
Just like I'll probably like become one of those weird old people who are like really into like D&D or something. Like something that requires me not to be connected to anything.
Right. I think I was talking to Sarah about this. Like, we were just talking. And I was like, man, all I want is just basically to have meals with my family. You go and you kick it, and it's like, I'm gonna go see a movie together and shit like that. Laugh, play games, and have a bunch of pets and kids running around. That's it. I don't need to climb Machu Picchu or shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm super basic when it comes to that. You know what I mean? Because like, I think I did the shit I wanted to do as far as like adventure and testing my skills and whatnot. You know what I mean? I did 100% crazy uncle.
Yeah.
I did the vagabond crazy uncle thing to its fullest. And
you went full on what is it called? You went full Maverick.
I went full Maverick. But now I'm at the point I'm like, all right, like, okay, what do I want for this next chapter? You know what I mean? If I become some like manga artist and I'm just like, okay, I just do manga and I go back between Japan and the States and whatever, I'm cool with that. If I have to just be on some close to like a family compound of houses, like I'm just like in that crew, like with you guys, I'm okay with that. It's just
right.
It's like, I'm not giving these fucktards any more in my life. Like after some of these things, I'm just like, some of these just characters, I'm just like, no, I don't do that anymore. And I think it's ingrained in my bones now. I'm just like, it's just like, yeah, y'all keep tripping. It's okay, because
I'll keep on being stupid.
Keep on being stupid, because my ass is getting off this crazy train as soon as I can. So
it's a crazy train, dude.
Yeah, but hey, look, I'm sorry I took so much of your time. I know you said you got to go 15 minutes. I talk like 30 minutes.
I ain't doing nothing. Yeah. I rarely get to talk to you for this long.
I know. So hey, yeah, I got to do your designs tonight too. I got to do some sketches.
What are your templates like? What are your ideas on this? Because I don't have a firm idea.
I'm gonna send. I took some photos. So did you ever see that thing I did with the bean? It was kind of like what's it called? Cuphead look. So I'm gonna drop a thing in the. I'll drop it in the Discord.
No, I don't remember.
All right, I'm gonna drop it in there for you. So I was gonna find a hybrid between. Something. All right, there you are. Photo. Let's see if I added it to. All right, here's one. And let's end this. So imagine a fusion between these two things I just sent you. Right? And then have it, we'll have it animated. So this way we can talk, we can pull things up like we did before. You don't have to worry about a camera or anything like that right now. And then,
definitely.
But of course, I still like doing like stuff like this too. So, but basically, like that, the first image by itself is really, I like that. But
I like that already.
I would have the painting style of the one below that, like the 1950s kind of, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. It might be, it could be pretty fun. It could be fun.
It could be fun. I dig it.
Cool.
I dig it.
And if I get out of control and try to make this all animated at the same time, you need to punch me in the face.
I need to tell you to shut the fuck up.
I know, got it. But I think I can do it.
What was that?
I think I can do it.
That?
No, I can't do it. Nope.
No, not even a little
bit.
I
always try to make it harder than it has to be and try to like, I'm going to do shit that people won't do for the next 5 years. And then the next thing you know, I'm all like, I'm tired.
You burn out, and then you can't capitalize on the fact that you just reinvented the wheel, dude.
I can't keep doing this.
You do realize that you keep doing that, right?
That's my MO problem. I keep trying to reinvent the wheel, or in a new way, and then I'm way too early, and then I reap none of the benefits of the hard work, and people just scoop in and pick my brain.
The thing is, you could do. Exactly. You could do the same things that you used to do with like reinventing the wheel and everything, but like you just have to like I know me saying you just have to like do anything is presumptive of the fact that it is a struggle for all of us to do things that are against our nature.
Yeah.
But it's taking into account that the mental strain and health that you need to maintain for yourself.
Right. That's why you have to be in like a pool of people say I work from like pain and shit like that. It's like, no, I have to work from a place of happiness because I have to, that's what's my fuel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To do stuff like this.
Like, doing anything else will kill you.
I know. And because I will work myself almost to death, just trying to chasing an idea. Like it's bad. It's really bad.
It is.
Yeah. You're like, yes, dum dum. It is.
Yeah.
No, but look, I think change is definitely on the horizon. There are lots of different things to do now and ways to do it. You know, hey, maybe I just start. I was thinking, what if I just said no to all these other things? It's just because like I'm kind of chip invested and people are counting on me. Why I don't say no to a lot of other things and just say, okay, you know what? What if I woke up this morning and go, hey, I'm just an artist designer now? And then what would happen?
You'd run into a lot of happiness. You'd run into a lot of happiness and be like, oh, where'd all this happiness come from? It's been there the entire time. You just chose not to
do it for like 10 years. Jesus.
But at the same time, I understand that financial wise, like I can't live in a world where I'm not financially like stable. So I totally understand that aspect.
Because you understand that, but like part of dude brain too is like, look, I have to like provide and all that stuff. I'm like, I thought, check this out. I was like, literally the other day, I was like, man, say shit went really sideways, right? Could I even ask people for help? And I was like, I don't think I can. They would have to trick my ass and throw a trap on my back and then put shit in my wallet. I don't think I can be like, hey, you know.
I'm living that right now, right?
Right? Oh, really? So what's up?
Oh yeah, no. Like Mel makes the majority of the money in the house. Like I make more money now, which is great. But like
before that,
no, before that, I was making like $20,000 less, and she was definitely the
breadwinner,
major breadwinner. So like
that's
it
hard
wasn't
on
a
dude
big
brain.
deal for me because I had already made my peace with it before, like with teaching, because I knew that going into the teaching
you don't do it
field
for money. You don't do it for money. Yeah.
You don't do any of this for money. And it's just like it's soul crushing, but at the same time it's what is reality. So I did a lot of, I guess, coming to terms,
soul searching and whatnot,
soul searching or whatever, or coming to terms with all of that. So by the time I got to Mel and her any baggage that she had from boyfriends that had flaked because they couldn't handle the fact that she was extremely financially successful, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like honestly, I don't care. Like if it's something like that, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, my lady makes more than me or something like that. Yeah, but I do understand the instinct for dude brain to be like, look, I gotta pull my weight. I'm not gonna trip if she's making more than me or and stuff like that. But
I'm not gonna be in the situation where I ask her for money.
Right? That's it. That's it. Yeah, it's like It's like, look, make all the money. I give zero fucks, but I cannot ask you for it.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's what I struggled with most before this job. Like now that I'm making more, like it's only been like a month with this new paycheck, but like I can definitely feel a difference in how I feel in the regard of being able to provide, because like I can now say like, oh yeah, no babe, I'll take care of it, and she'll be like, oh, do you want to take care of it? I'll be like, yeah, of course.
That means something. Like,
and it's huge.
It's a subconscious thing that I don't think a lot of people understand. Like, you know, because like some girls they say like, oh, girls have like biological clocks or da-da-da. For guys, the dude provider thing is a real thing, you know? Like I know when I could feel dad brain kicking in, like where I'm like, okay, I gotta protect, I gotta
must protect.
I gotta help people. Like right. Like it's like, oh no, I gotta help you. You know what I mean? You might not.
Yeah.
It's like, but I'm gonna. We'll sort it out, and then you know, I don't need anything in return or whatever. But I just gotta make sure you're all right. You know what I mean? And that kind of like it's something in. I think it's a DNA thing too. You know what I mean? So
very much so.
Interesting, man. But yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm going through with brain wise. You know.
Yeah.
No big
How you feel with the new one? The new job.
The new job.
Yeah.
So good and bad.
Okay.
So good news. It's a lot better in terms of being a teacher. Like it's good. Bad news is there's certain elements to this new job that rely on the buy-in of the
software
teachers and the admin.
Oh,
so
okay.
the teachers and the admin have to be like invested, and so I'm in a cohort where there are 12 schools that were hired alongside my school to have this program be instated. And so there have been multiple instances where I've been told that the teachers and the admin have already said that they are not bought into this program.
Oh, and you had to try to convince them.
And I have to try to convince them. And
shit.
It was okay. I was okay with that because I was like, well, maybe I'll definitely not be the only one, but hopefully like the general theme of this entire situation is that people are going to be getting skills on winning people over. But the only thing it's the complete opposite. Like there are multiple schools who have been hired along with me that have coaches there, basically my role, where the admin and the teachers are over the moon and ready to go ahead and move. Like they have parties ready to go ahead and be planned for this
with event. different kind of with different programs.
With no same program.
So what's the?
Just my school.
Oh.
Gotcha. Like there's like one up there's I think one, maybe two other schools that are facing the same issue. Everybody else, like there's at least a moderate amount of buy-in from the admin, whereas I have maybe one teacher and that one admin and maybe two teachers who I know are bought in, and that's it.
Damn. Oh. What's your time limit?
So my time limit is 2 years.
To switch them over.
I mean, to convince them in some way that this program is valuable, and so, but they're choosing a rough year to go ahead and do it because we're coming off of COVID and everything. But
can you give them cakes?
Huh?
Can you give them cakes?
Dude, I'm gonna do the best I can, but honestly, I'm gonna show that I'm perfectly capable of doing a job above my position and try and move up, because I don't ever want to be in a position where the actions of people other than me determine whether or not I have a job or not.
That shit drives me crazy. Like, especially if you've been independent for a while. I understand what you're saying 100%. Is like having other people's performance or whatever be directly correlated to whether you keep your job or not because of something you've done. It's because of other people. That shit, it's so hard. I feel you, dude.
It's craziness. That's what it is. So I was that happened, and I was like, well, sorry, I had a talk with my my one admin that's like on my side pretty much, and she was like, yeah, I'm going to tell you straight up, like, teachers have already kind of told me, like, they're like, this is not something that they were going to be worried about when it comes to this year. They're going to focus on getting their kids ready for the next year and moving on. They're not going to be worried about getting this program off the ground. And I was like, this is a multi-million-dollar program that HISD is buying into you. It's not some just like little they buy you laptops and then you go ahead and start. There's millions of dollars that they're putting into this. There are schools that if they show that they are doing well enough with this program,
they're going to put even more in.
They will drop $1 billion, like nearly like another multi-million-dollar like education lab into your school.
Right. But they just don't see it. Or is it a question that they don't see it, or they're just comfortable with the things that they're doing right now?
I think it's they are comfortable and they are willing to do what's the bare minimum. Because I mean, I was a teacher too. I know exactly what it feels like whenever you're trying to just make it through the year.
I got something
especially
for you. Okay, when I run into these situations where it's like a massive thing, right? We'll say one of the biggest lessons I learned was like if you learn one thing, you learn how to do all things, right? So something like this, I would small chunk it. I go, I'm gonna convince one person to switch over, right? And then try another one. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it this way, it's a battle of attrition, but I think you will build momentum. But just it's just, you even told me one time when I was going through my shit, you were just like, just do one thing. Just do one thing today.
I did say that.
Yeah, it's your fault. It's your fault. But yeah, get one, right?
Yeah.
And then get another one. The first one might take a really long time. And the second one might too. But I tell you what, I bet you through those experiences, you're going to learn how to be a bit more razor focused into, I remember when the other person said that, I know what to say this time to counter it, stuff like that, and show them the benefits of the new program. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you think of it too big, it might seem a insurmountable odd, right? But like, how many teachers do you have to switch over? Like a couple hundred?
66.
66.
Sorry, no, 80.
80. So just think, You got 2 years to switch 80 people. So that's 40 people a year.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean? So just try to think that way. And even if you get the majority, you just have to get the majority, right? You might not get all 80, but you might get 60. You know what I mean? You might get 60. So small chunk it. Use the tools you learned from getting one and carry that over to the second, and so on and so on. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? Even if you crash on a couple, it's okay. Those might be the ones that you burn, and then you work out your formula. But find some nice soft targets first to build up your confidence, and then move over. I mean, that's what I would do if I was in a similar situation. I don't know if it's the right thing to tell you. I might be fucking you up, but
I think you're saying the right stuff. Like, honestly, I know
it's too much to take in.
I need to take it to another level in terms of like what I'm used to doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to accept that I'm not going to be able to just fly by the seat of my pants anymore. I'm going to have to learn to do something.
Yeah. Hey, but that's the work, right?
But I don't want to learn.
Bro, nobody wants to learn. Oh my God.
I don't want to learn. I'm good at so much stuff. Why do I have to learn to be good at more stuff?
I know. Hey, look, while you have the bandwidth, make the moves and get, you know what I mean? Because let me tell you, when that bandwidth runs out, you can't do simple puzzles. You can't play shooting games. You can't.
Yeah, your Mass Effect skills are trigger me so hard.
It triggers me too. It triggers me too. It was so bad. It was so embarrassing.
I love Mass Effect. Oh my God. I can't believe you went Vanguard too. It's like the worst one.
I know. I was thinking about Switch. I think, okay, Mass Effect 2 Vanguard's cool. I like Vanguard in Mass
Vanguard's
Effect 2.
cool.
In 1, I don't like it.
In 1, it's terrible.
I don't like it. So I'm not going to. I was thinking what I might do. I might go back and replay everything up until where I am right now.
I mean, you might as well.
Yeah.
Because the psionic one is really strong in the first one. Oh, sorry, no, in the second one.
Second
is
the
purely psionic one is super strong in the second one.
Second one, psionic and Vanguard's really good.
Yeah, and then there's the one. Where's the one that like it basically catapults you forward like a fucking battering ram?
That's Vanguard.
That's not Vanguard.
That's Vanguard. That's Vanguard. Oh, but you can't do that. You can't do that right now.
Do that in the first one.
That's what I figured out later, and I was like, "This fucking sucks, bro."
Yeah, kind of. Because I was about to say, I was like, that sounds terrible.
Right, because I played 2 and 3. I didn't finish 3, but I played 2 to completion. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to be Vanguard. And then I'm in there, and I'm just, excuse me, and they're just trashing me. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I need to switch. So I'm, I should be editing. But there's a highly probable chance.
Tony, go and edit. Don't.
I'm
just go and edit. No. Go and edit. Do what you need to do. Go and edit. It's gonna be fine.
I gotta draw them ketchup and mustards too.
No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to do anything. You're gonna have to draw those ketchup creatures, but you don't have to do anything in terms of like getting your save file wherever it needs to go, because you can create the time that you need with your job. So just accept that you're gonna have to deal. You're gonna have to do it later.
Have to do it later. Gonna have to do it later.
Hey, do it later.
Mr. Power Shots jumped in and said hydrate. I don't have anything to hydrate, but I do have some Tennessee whiskey. I got some Jack Daniels. I'm gonna do a little.
There you go, bud. Well, you enjoy your Tennessee whiskey.
You gotta go
to bed.
Yeah, go to bed. Yeah. Say hi to the missus for me.
I will. I will tell her that you are working on it.
I'm working on it.
But I will catch you later, man.
All right. Take care. Bye.
You too. Bye. Possibly see you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. All by myself. Yeah. Well, that was Mustard, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, that was a really good talk. Kind of impromptu, but man, we talked for about almost 40 minutes right after everything. But I don't know. It was good. Helps put things in focus. You know what I mean? It's a good lad. Makes too much fun of me. I'm his elder. Gotta respect me. All right, I'm gonna sign off. It was fun. I owe Power Shots a couple of hydrates next time I go online. I'll do like 2 or 3 for the next time. So Yeah, I'm gonna skidoo. You guys take care, and thank you for hanging out and rambling with me. So let's see. Do we got any music? What do we got? Any shout outs today? No shout outs. Okay. Makes it simpler. All right. Love you guys. And goodbye.